Hello, race cars and ring wraiths. My name is TB Skyn, and welcome back. Oh, I'm failing to hide Shepard's face there. Welcome back to Mass Effect 3, where we've just taken down a bad, fake refugee colony where they were turning people into monsters, and now we have a tracker directly on where the elusive man and Kai Ling are hiding out, which means we now need to rush to where they are immediately without any delays whatsoever in order to destroy them. And in defiance of my usual convention of immediately going off into the galaxy to hunt for a million billion things, I think I am inclined to maybe do that. Wait, hang on. No, before I promise that, I should think. What a nice little flying thing. The MIA Red Supergiant Anadius is a minor footnote on the star maps of the Horsehead Nebula, a cold, dying star of about 20 solar masses and 1,500 times Sol's radius. Not listed on any charts, an unobtrusive space station is nearly imperceptible in the star's periodic bursts of solar output. EDI's advisory. The size and shape of the station suggests that many ships could dock in it. Precise measurements would require active scans, which could reveal Anomity's presence. Given the stakes, of this level of accuracy is not recommended.
Shepard, the intel you sent looks good. The fleets are ready to go.
But?
Once we're committed against Cerberus, it won't be long before the Reapers take notice.
And the Crucible?
Ready, except for the catalyst. But there's no way to hide the ships we'll be sending at Cerberus. Once we attack, the Crucible won't stay safe for long. For all intents and purposes, an assault on Cerberus will be the first stage of our attack on Earth.
What happens if Cerberus doesn't have the intel we need? Or they stop us from getting it?
Then we lead the fleets to Earth and we take our chances. But your intel points to Cerberus and the elusive man holding the information we're looking for. And we have the element of surprise. Cerberus won't know what hit him.
Oh, right. The game is sort of warning me that we're entering the final stages of the narrative, and if there's any unfinished business you want to do. Shit. Okay, hang on. I need to Google a thing. Yes.
I want to make sure we're ready.
Understood.
Commander, Admiral Hackett's available on VidCom.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, no, we're not going. Right. That's because that actually begins the end game. That actually starts the end of the game.
Commander, I've got Admiral Anderson on the QEC. Patching him through to you now.
Shepard.
Admiral, how you holding up?
Day by day, Commander.
Yeah. Hackett sent me a message about this apartment.
I want you to have it. Take it off my hands.
Are you serious?
You need a place that's yours. Somewhere to recharge, clear your head. Kaylee wanted us to settle down there. Thing is, the longer I'm on Earth, the less I want to leave. And I want as few loose ends out there as possible. Like I said, you'd be doing me a favor.
That's very generous.
It's practical. We need you in the best shape possible. Rested. Focused.
If you say so. Thank you.
And make yourself at home, damn it. It's yours now.
I'm sure I can manage.
Okay, good. Been meaning to do that for a while. I'll talk to you soon.
I would feel so fucking alienated if someone just gave me an apartment that was like super high swanky penthouse thing fully furnished with all kinds of shit in it. That would freak me the fuck out. I would not be able to feel at home there or rest. Grab a sleeping bag and like pass out in the closet.
story. I don't even know the whole story. But I know the woman. Worked with her. Fought with her. Trust her with my life. Shepard's had some rough patches. Who of us hasn't? She's been forced to fight a lot of battles alone. God only knows how she got out of some of that. Makes your head spin. Thing is, you never heard a complaint. Never once got, "No, sir, I can't do that." She never hesitated. Few people know what Shepard's been through. I'd like to think I come pretty close. And I worry sometimes she forgets. There's a whole bunch of people who lose sleep over her getting back home. Maybe it doesn't need to be said. Maybe we're too dumb to say it. Soldiers like the commander are rare. Women like Shepard, even more rare.
I need you to stop making that noise. Okay, good. Okay, check that message later.
No, it's fine. I got a few minutes. First contact war? Yeah. I was there. My first real combat. First for a lot of us. I remember one night early in the war. Strapped to my seat as our transport approached the LZ. Everyone was dead silent. Just the sound of breathing. Good men. I trained with all of them. We were always joking and horsing around, but not this time. Just the rattle of the shuttle. And that heavy breathing. Everyone was thinking the same thing. We're off to fight alien invaders. Aliens. Think about that. We all grew up wondering what was out there. If we were alone in the universe. Now we knew. We weren't alone. And we were in trouble. So there we were. About to face an enemy as different and unknown as we could imagine. I knew I had to say something, keep the men relaxed. So I turned to the soldier beside me, Hendricks, I think, and asked him how his mother was doing. Fine, he said. Why? Because I heard your mama so ugly the Marines thought she was a Turian. Almost shot her. I got a few smiles. Then Hendricks turned to me and said, "Hell, Anderson, I heard it was a picture of your mama that started this goddamn war in the first place. Scared the Turians shitless." Everyone had a good laugh at that. And the boys fought great that night. Sometimes that's all it takes. A joke, a pat on the back. Just a little reminder that everything's gonna be okay.
A few months ago, I had a chance to sit down with one of Earth's most decorated soldiers, Admiral David Anderson. He was kind enough to answer my questions and talk about his career. Today, the Admiral is on Earth, leading the defense of our home against the Reapers. We have no communication with him or any soldiers on Earth, but we can't forget what they're doing for us. Tonight's show is dedicated to all of the soldiers Thank you for your time, Admiral.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you catch the little thing in there, like the little bit of ideology, which was that commanders in the military have the implicit right to sacrifice human lives in order to achieve their objectives. Like, basically on their own reckoning, like, they can just decide that they want to sacrifice human lives to achieve a certain thing. And that's cool and good, and also it's like, it is ennobling. Being in the military is ennobling. It makes you a real person. Like, that's something that's really... This is one of the things that rankles me a lot about, like, military recruitment propaganda, is this thing of, like, the military as a means of self-realization. Because, and this is, like, one of the things that started World War I. And, like, people are fond of saying, oh, it was an Austrian duke getting shot. It wasn't. Like, it was a very long, complicated historical process of all kinds of incredibly weird politics that had to happen and come together in order for World War I to start. But one of the things that laid the groundwork and the foundation for the First World War to happen was a cultural foundation, a romantic foundation in popular culture, especially in Germany, certainly also in Britain and in France. In the Austro-Hungarian Empire, a national romance of the soldier, a romance of the war. That sort of a cultural attitude that sort of cast war fighting, going to war, fighting for your country, like a certain kind of militaristic nationalism that sort of cast that as the crucible that turns boys into men, right? Like that turns incomplete human beings into real humans, like real, fully fledged, realized humans that have achieved like the highest living state of humanity, right? Like essentially as a means of enlightenment. And that was a big part of how the wars were sold to the public and how the wars got started, was that, hey, you know what, we're about to have a war, and that's actually great. It's based, actually, because everyone's going to go to war, and then that's gonna make them cool. Like, everyone's gonna be so fucking cool. They're gonna have like huge dicks, and they're gonna be shredded, and they're gonna be total chads when they come back from the war, and everyone's gonna be cool and great, and then we're gonna have these thousands of men who are now great leaders and who are now like really sort of highly motivated and disciplined and well realized and like animated by a love for their country and a joy in self-sacrifice that you just can't get anywhere else. Like, they'll just become the best, most valuable leaders. They'll become the best, most valuable workers. They'll become the best, most valuable politicians. And this war that we're about to undertake, like this war fighting, will gentle us. And then, of course, people actually came back from World War I, and it turns out that the primary thing that happens to people in war is that they are killed. That's the main thing. Most of the time physically, they're just killed physically, but the ones that survive physically might still die have their souls murdered out from under them. They might still have their hearts shattered and their minds and their peace and their ability to even be people taken away from them. Because war doesn't gentle anyone. It doesn't, like, you do not become a fully realized person by joining the military. It's not gonna fucking happen. Like, there's no war fighting, there's no camaraderie between men, there's no soldier's honor or joy to be found in war fighting. There just isn't. If you join the army in peacetime, then maybe you'll have an experience like some of my friends did, who, like, we have a draft where I live that's like, you get number pulled in the lottery and then you have to go. I had asthma, so I got discarded, but I had friends who went, and they generally sort of had a passable time being reservists, like doing fuck all, because we're a tiny country with a tiny army, and if you're lucky enough to join the army in peacetime, like, maybe you'll come out of it okay, maybe it won't be that bad, but then 2001 hit, you know? Then Iraq and Afghanistan hit. And the people who went there, even the ones who didn't really see a lot of combat, let's just say I think they would have turned out better if they hadn't had to go through those experiences. Anyway.
Embarrassing moments? I've got more of those than anyone will ever know. Only way to learn something. But if I had to pick one to share, I had just gotten promoted to N7. Full of myself. King of the castle. Found myself buying drinks for undesirables in some rundown bar in the wards. They toasted my recent promotion. Hell, they would have toasted Batarian slavers if it had got them more drinks. About the time my money ran out, my new friends turned on me. I was outnumbered. Things didn't look good. My plan to get out of there involved lots of punching. Well, that worked for a while. Then a table hit me. Or I fell down. When I came to, I saw a Solarian putting the rest of the troublemakers down. A Solarian? Moved like a damn cat, I swear. When everybody was out cold. Or running. He walked over and helped me up. N7, he asked. Yes, sir, I replied. He looked over my collection of unconscious friends, nodding. Not bad, human, he said. And he walked away. I had met my first Spectre. Learned an important lesson that day. No matter how good you think you are, there's always somebody quicker, faster, and a hell of a lot smarter than you just around the corner. That little lesson's kept me alive more than once since then. The Normandy? ship. My ship. You don't forget that moment. The first time you're standing there. The whole crew looking to you for direction. Unforgettable.
Yes, the thrill of power.
Seen a lot of combat already. Always managed to find my way home in one piece. Do that a few times, you begin to think you know better than the next guy. Maybe you do, I don't know. But if you're lucky, really lucky, you find yourself on a good ship, in front of a good crew. A crew you can trust with your life. Gifted. Disciplined. Brave. All of them. Eager to set sail into the endless black ocean. I still remember my XO asking what my orders were. Shepard, I said, let's see what we can find.
Join the Navy. Become a real person. It's just there. It's all been in the background. By the way, this apartment is ugly as shit. Just, I don't want that to go unstated. This apartment is horrible. Look at this fucking concrete ceilings and all of these completely angular walls with, like, the glass panels and shit. It looks horrifying. Oh my god, it's awful place. And who the hell wants windows that big that just go out into what is essentially a motorway? Like, my god, this advertisement's playing through the window over there. Holy shit. Fuck no. And this fucking the rock paneling around the TV. God, no. First of all, I could never. It's just so horrifyingly ugly. Second of all, I don't want to have that high ceilings. Like, do you imagine what the acoustics are like in here? Can you imagine what it must be like to try to play music, to try and have a conversation with someone? Yeah, hello. Oh, no. Like, just Jesus Christ. There's a piano. Fuck you. You don't play the piano in here. No, you won't be able to hear shit. The reverb in here is going to kill everything. No, and also the conversation pit. Those things are deadly, by the way. Like, the reason why we don't have conversation pits anymore is because people kept falling into them and, like, really seriously hurting themselves, children included. But then the conversation pit from with what I guess is marble flooring into tiles. But then you have a carpet here, like a huge, really fucking huge one. But not in the conversation pit. Like, you don't want to have, like, a soft surface. You want to, like, people get down there, like, loud-ass shoes clacking on shit. And just the fucking bounce that you will get from sound off of these things. No, thank you. Thank you, no. Oh, good lord, I do not want to live here. This open glass stairs, glass. Try and walk down that shit in socks. No. Fuck me. Oh, this is hideous. And just, like, the art isn't exactly great either. This is... You remember in MS Paint when you were a kid and you'd draw a whole bunch of squiggles and then you'd use, like, the paint bucket tool to fill in all the gaps? Yeah, that, you know. Lord, this is... Oh, also, none of this feels like home. This feels like a series of warehouse... Like, where do you relax here? Where do you feel at home? It's all, like, giant museum showrooms. Like, I can't hear. Like, there's the pillars, the big open, and the cars. You can't relax in here. No fucking way you can relax in here. Like, maybe here with, like, the thing with the bar. It's, like, cozy enough that you could possibly relax. Oh, no, spare me. But let's go find the rest of Anderson's self-congratulatory audio logs and hear about how great it is to be a soldier and join the army and be a soldier in the army where you can join them in the army.
You asked me about this, but my wife just called. My ex-wife. Nobody likes to talk about the toll that long months apart can have on military relationships. She wasn't military. She couldn't handle it. But it's not even about...
She couldn't handle it.
Non-military, damn it, it's space flight. Space flight. Finding the mass relays, miracles of engineering. Human imagination rising to meet our desires. We pay a price for that curiosity, that drive. Our relationships suffer. People we love suffer.
Oh, fuck you.
But that's reality, and it's worth the cost. I must have thought it was. I guess I still do. In the end, you just have to hope you made the right choices.
So I don't mind this. Like, I'm saying fuck you. Because, like, yeah, no, my wife, what a nag. She didn't want me to go out and explore the frontiers of human knowledge. She wanted me to be, like, emotionally available for her or whatever. What a bitch. Like, fuck you, Anderson. Like, yeah, can't she see that my emotional neglect is super duper justified because I have to be the guy who saves the world from space? To go to space and do space things? Like, what a bitch. Fuck you. Like, but I don't mind. Like, I don't mind that as a thing of like, yeah, no, that makes sense for him, as a thing that he would say about it.
So, Tombstone data. Admiral David Edward Anderson. Not sure why anybody would be interested, but thanks for asking. I was born in London, June 8th, 2137. The last of 3 children born to Ursula and Paul Anderson. A nurse and a flight mechanic, respectively. But that's a little dry. Someone's gonna spice this up, right? Never been much for the spotlight. Anyway, where was I? It was a second marriage for my parents. They were almost 50 by the time they had me. My mother worked shifts, so my father would often take me to the base. While he worked, I watched transport ships and fighters take off. Worked his whole life around space travel, my father. But he never left Earth. Not for a day. He was a good man. But that's just a side note. Don't put that in. Who is it, Kaylee? Yes, I need to take that. I hope this is what you're after. I'll get to the more interesting N7 stuff next time. The Turians. Well, I might not always see eye to eye with the politics and the individual, but I have a great respect for the Turian military. Any Alliance soldier lucky enough to take part in their training programs will certainly be better for it. Their precision, skill, and discipline come together in a way that's second to none. Not that I'm faulting our own people or training. It's just that after fighting Turians in the First Contact War, years later, I had the opportunity to observe and train on Palaven. It was a turning point for me. And I would encourage any soldier to try it. It's a unique experience to put yourself in the squad of a Turian commander. My commander was an uncompromising bastard named Bartix Oryx. If you can find him, just ask how the platoon I commanded was trounced in his strategy game. Humbling. But I've used what I learned that day many times. The xenophobes will have their say. But I think it's vital that we do more of this kind of cross-species training. There you go. And if you do find General Oryx, let me know. I owe him money.
Yeah, soldiers, they'll solve racism. By the way, is this just like a wall of plates of rusty metal in your fucking house? Who lives like that? Who thinks that's aspirational? Oh, Christ. Hideous. Just hideous modernist minimalism all over the place.
You asked me to talk about the SSV Normandy. The Normandy SR-1. As commander of the Tokyo, I was consulted on the Normandy's design and on board for her initial training exercises. The average person probably doesn't know that the Normandy was a joint project with the Turians. Acting CO, Eli Xander, was no diplomat. She ran out of patience with Turian posturing and politicking during construction. The chief architect of the Drive Corps, Octavio Tatum, and his team of Turian engineers were in the CIC for final training exercises. Tempers flared when Xander pushed the limits of the stealth system, waiting to vent the IES well past what Tatum was comfortable with. I tried to calm the situation, but it still ended with the Turian scientist in shackles and a human-Turian fistfight at Korra's den later. Funny now, when I first laid eyes on the Normandy, she was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Day after that training run, Admiral Wright found me on the bridge. yours, he said. Can't trust it as Xander. Send me a list of crew from the Tokyo you'd like, and prep for your first mission. Short command thanks to Saren. Still, one of the highlights of a long career.
One of them, there was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. Remember, he has an ex-wife.
Okay. I have your new questions here. As a leader, do I ever feel that the end justifies the means? Spirit of law over word of law. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole, but I think I know what you're after. You're referring to the way I, arranged to have the Normandy released to Commander Shepard before the Battle of the Citadel. I'm not sure how valuable hindsight is to the military. Obviously, it worked out for the best. Without the Normandy and Commander Shepard free to do what they needed to do, what we needed them to do, Saren might have taken the Citadel. I think it's clear what a different galaxy this would be if that had happened. I did what I had to. If I had been wrong, I would have gladly accepted the repercussions. The real trick is never being wrong. If you're looking for more action and less philosophy in these notes, let me know.
Hey, Shepard, I got a few things I wanted to go over with you. With Normandy in the dry dock, I figured we could meet up in the Ryu's sushi place down the wards. I hear it's the best. Indeed. Anyway, that was a lot of just standing around listening to audio logs and complaining. Let's get into the actually good bits. So the part of the audio logs that are, like, meaningful and valuable, they characterize Anderson a lot more for us, right? Like, they sort of give us a lot more insight into him as a person, who he is, what he does, and that does come in relevant later. Like, it does matter a little bit. That's why I was willing to sit through it, is because, like, it is good to get to know Anderson a little bit. Abusing the shit out of my privilege.
Commander Shepard, your table is ready.
Your table is ready. Oh wait. Oh, bon. I am space French. I'm French in space.
Dinner booked 7 months in advance. Tonight must be perfect. It will be. I can feel it.
Yes, I knew about this place before it was cool.
Oh, shut up.
Hey, Shepard, not bad, huh? The sushi place is serious. Like, French guy at the door serious. Only had to save the galaxy twice to get a table here. You seen the line outside? But here I am, drink in hand. Best pilot in the universe and a rock star.
Any news from the Normandy?
You know, maintenance stuff. It's hard knowing a bunch of strangers or poking around in my ship. I mean, your ship.
Joker, our ship.
Best thing we can do right now is park her and let the techs do their work.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe an oil change, space tire rotation.
Right. Trust me, it'll do her some good.
Oh, I trust you. Not sure about those shifty aerospace engineers. Always stealing the silverware.
Let someone else do the work for once. Hackett's orders. You're on shore leave.
Yeah, whether we like it or not.
I'm sure you'll manage.
I may need a drink that comes with an umbrella.
I'm the first human Spectre. I'll get you 2 umbrellas.
Awesome use of power, boss. So, your email said it was important?
My email. I'm here because I got a message from you.
The hell? I didn't send anything.
Well, that's probably fine.
Commander! Excuse me. Sorry. Alliance business. Commander, this is urgent!
I don't think that's the umbrella lady.
Commander Shepard, I'm Staff Analyst Maya Brooks. Alliance. Excuse me. Alliance Intelligence. There are people trying to kill you.
Yeah, they're called Cerberus.
Yeah, I think she's aware of that.
No, I don't mean Cerberus and the Reapers. I mean other people. New people. It's... Someone is hacking your account. Comm channels, personal records. They're targeting you specifically.
Targeting me? What do they want?
The intel isn't definitive yet. Last time, I guess without definitive intel, we almost landed troops on a gas giant, which is bad.
Hang on, Brooks. Take a breath. From the top, what do you know?
Excuse me, you don't have a reservation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's performance is brought to you by random acts of violence.
There's a giant fish tank over your heads.
Spread out, boys. Find me Shepard.
Security on the Citadel is shit.
Stay there. I'm coming. Joker.
Ow, my pancreas.
Hey! Damn it.
Got one, sir.
Find the crew. I'm going after her.
Find the crew. Got it.
Biotic punch.
You used me as bait?
Go!
You used me as bait?
And now, I have a gun. Ooh, I like this gun.
Hang on!
I don't have... Okay, I don't have any healing. I should probably be careful. Okay, yeah, not ideal. Oh, for fuck's sake, Shepard. When I'm telling you to take cover, don't dive. That's kind of more grenades than I like. Yeah, okay. That was many grenades. Why did you have so many grenades? That's a lot. That's more grenades than I like. Oh my god. Drones. And now I don't have any ammo. Also great. Do you guys want to drop some ammo, or...?
Brooks, stay down! Staying down! Don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Brooks!
Oh, man. I liked her. Oh, I'm loving this vacation.
Commander, I found a secure terminal. Are you okay down there?
Yep. Feeling good.
I just want a clip.
You got hit.
I know! I used Medigel. A lot of it. All of it, actually. And now everything is a little bit bouncy.
I think you used too much.
So, can I help with anything?
Alert CSEC. I'll look for a way out.
Why aren't there guns and ammunitions lying around here? Guys, I don't care if the current temperature units still work. Put the new ones in all along this section. The customer has permits and wants the work to start immediately. Even paid up front with a crazy bonus. Get it done. Back Frake, Citadel Air.
Morning. Brooks, I see some sky cars across the gap. Maybe a landing pad.
I'm checking the area. Transportation, no. Food, no. Laundry. Ah! It's a sky car lot. Cision Motors.
Get a shuttle over there. I'll find a way across.
Okay, right.
Morning.
So, it turns out CSEC has the whole area locked down. It's gonna be a tiny bit tricky to get you a shuttle.
Keep at it, Brooks.
Oh, also, stay off your comm. Well, except for me. It's hacked. That's probably how they found you.
Who are these guys?
I don't know. But they really don't seem to like you.
Yeah, I'm sensing that.
So, someone installed too many temperature control units. Hey, buddy. You doing work with fish, I guess? Okay. That's cool. You didn't have to have any bullets, do you? No? Okay.
Security alert. CSEC has restricted all travel within this area.
Why are we locked out? Are we under attack? Is Cerberus attacking? Oh my god.
CSEC has shut the doors. What's going on?
CSEC shut the whole area down. I need to get to my shop.
But, like, you saw the quality of those cutscenes, right? Delay detection by hiding and then use the suppressed pistol. Yeah, no, yeah. I'll use the suppressed pistol to stop them calling back up. Definitely. Oh, thank God. Oh, my God. Oh, so much better.
Shepard, can you hear me? You okay?
Moderately.
I'm fine. Might need a little backup.
Lucky for you, Archangel is your boyfriend. Joker filled me in. I'm on foot. Be there as fast as I can.
Excuse me, who is this? You're on an unsecured channel and you're putting Commander Shepard in danger.
I'm doing what? Who is this?
Hang on. Joker mentioned staff analyst Brooks, yes? That's her. Everybody play nice.
From Easy Meat, we do not make anything that tastes like Krogan and certainly not barbecue asari. That is not the sort of business we do. Please restrict your orders to what's in the official catalog. Sincerely, Greg Past. So, some context. The Citadel DLC was made after the release of Mass Effect 3. After the controversy about the ending, which felt rather rushed, about like a lot of the trouble with the game. And in many ways, it is seen as a last hurrah. Like the game's designers and writers having a last chance to go back and go back and like retry giving the game a new ending. Because the game hasn't really had one. Like, because the game's ending was so like unloved, right? This was sort of their attempt to go back and give the game an ending that people would find satisfying, an ending that the fans would find satisfying, that provided a lot more closure for the relationships between the characters. And sort of the downside of that is that... Okay, should probably not be there when those go off. Yeah. Is that, like, because of that, the DLC in a way makes a lot more sense as a post-game thing, right?
Liara here. I just heard. All of us are on our way.
Good to hear. Things are a little dicey.
Of course they are.
It was sort of meant as like a victory lap at the end of a very difficult development process, at the end of a very difficult game launch and like post-launch support process. There was a lot of bugs and shit that had to be fixed. This was sort of the victory lap, right? Like this was sort of like them going, okay, fuck it, let's just have some fun and kick loose. And my God, did they do that? You can tell from the tone, right? Like that we're being hunted by mercenaries, it's serious business, it's not a great time. But also the tone is pretty light and loose, right? And it's going to stay that way, because this is not so much... This is not like the the Omega DLC with Arya that we played, which was so serious and rather sort of failed to live up to that.
Found a way across. It's locked down.
Right, because of the, lockdown. Can you get through?
I'll try to override it.
This is more of a victory lap. This is more of everybody having a big party to celebrate everything that's good and everything that's wonderful about these characters. So everyone here gets to be... All the characters get to be most, like, as much themselves as they have ever been. They get to really sort of play and be fun and interesting.
Shepard, what's happening? I heard that from here.
It's all under control.
There are alarms going on across the wards. What's happening?
I thought I'd make things more interesting.
We need to sit down and have a chat about your methods.
Shepard, Brooke sent me the nav point for the Skycar lot. Meet you there.
Good.
What do we know about the mercs?
They have guns and don't like me.
Not helping, Shepard.
See?
Commander, it would really be great if you could stay off the comm.
Hey, they called me.
Right? Everyone's having fun. Everyone's playing. Ah! Everyone's playing, everyone's having fun, everyone's being maximally themselves. The tone is very sort of Marvel, like, lighthearted. Stasha, darling, look, here's the deal. You can't just say stuff like that to Giala. She will freak out. I swear to you, her blue head will pop right off. I doubt her dad was a Vorcha. Sort of doubt it. There are you both! I think I tore my ACL doing something extreme! Starting to black out from the pain, yeah! Give her the gifts to Grublansky. P.S. Okay, guys, I think I'm really black and because it's such a catharsis, it's such a... You get to have such a lot of fun with everyone. With characters that you love, right? Like, certainly that I love.
Commander, there's a C-Sec shuttle inbound if you can get to the Skycar lot.
Understood.
Okay. Brooks over. No, out. Brooks out. Oh, over and out. Brooks. Oh, damn it.
So, having a bad day, Shepard?
You could say that.
Landing pad is just over there, but it's behind a locked gate.
Let's look for a control panel.
He came out in his Archangel costume.
Control panel, right. Word is you fell through a fish tank.
We'll talk about it later.
Damn shame. Great food there.
We'll talk about it later.
The Sishian Stalwart, assembled by hand in fabrication tanks that are filled with filtered spring water shipped from the pure ice mountains of Himalaya. The Sishian Stalwart isn't just a car, it's a life choice. That's the Sishian Motors guarantee. Manager Snackle Venier, Sishian Motors. Looks like a piece of crap. Sniper rifle ultralight materials. Thank you. Also, I think for this scene, I think you're supposed to get locked into wearing, like, Shepard's nice dress. But I'm not, so... The nice outfit thing kind of falls a little flat on me there, Garrus. But that's okay, you can fall flat on me later.
Stand back.
Hold on. Hi there. Could you open this up? Much appreciated.
Please leave.
Well, I could have done that.
Oh! Like I said! Ah, a boy.
Rex? What are you doing here?
Just butting heads with the council over Krogan expansion.
I do regret a little bit.
Rex, I'm a professional.
Not a yes.
Not a no.
I do regret a little bit that I didn't do this before Morton died. Oh, right. Rex doesn't have any abilities. Oh, well, he does. He does have some of it. Okay, well, let's just upgrade him a little bit more to be a little bit more sturdy, shall we?
Figured you'd have a few questions.
Good call.
Good to be back.
Commander, did CSEC find you? Are you okay?
Yes and no. Merc's in a C-Sec shuttle.
What?
A little busy right now.
Right, sorry. We'll be there soon.
Almost there, Commander. Hang on.
It's really not effective against shields at all.
Great place to fight in. Lots to destroy.
Oh, right.
Commander, just following the gunfire.
Copy that.
Sorry I'm late. Had to take the scenic route.
Scenic route? We nearly crashed 4 times. Where the hell did you learn to drive?
And Brooks says hi.
Oh, Rex. You just love your close combat. It doesn't really work at this difficulty level.
Someone want to tell me what's going on here?
I didn't recognize those mercs. Heavily armed and using C-Sec shuttles.
I don't know. I've never seen them before.
I can't believe you survived all that. They had guns and grenades and those drone things.
It's all right. I'm calling Commander Bailey. See what's going on with C-Sec.
Okay, that sounds... Wait! Wouldn't that just make whoever you contact a target too?
She's right, Shepard. Until we figure this out, it's a big risk.
Okay. For now, we run this ourselves.
Right. Ourselves. On our own. Outside the law. Okay. Yeah.
Brooks, it's okay. I know this is a lot to deal with.
I got shot. I got Medigel, but still, I took a desk job explicitly to not get shot. And you killed 100 guys with a pistol!
Well, yes, that did happen.
I mean, who does that? Well, you, I guess. But besides you. They said the Medigel might make me jumpy. Do I seem jumpy?
How did you get mixed up in this?
I monitored data for Alliance intel to prevent fraud and hacking of officer IDs. Like, someone using an Admiral's pass to get into a nightclub on the Citadel when that Admiral is fighting on Tuchanka. I wrote a tracking program. It's really neat. I named it Mr. Biscuits, after my cat.
Brooks.
Right, sorry. Anyway, my program detected a breach in your classified files. Soon, everything we had on you was compromised. Personnel files, mission reports, everything.
Since when does hacking personnel records involve heavy weapon fire?
Think of what criminals could do if they had Shepard's military access codes. Or Spectre codes, even.
Explains why they need you dead, Shepard. Nothing to stop them till the damage is done.
Okay, let's figure out who they are and shut them down. Ideas?
Well, I was looking at that pistol you picked up.
For such a tiny thing, it packs a punch. Never seen anything like it before.
Let me see it. I might be able to help. Glyph.
I'll begin collating relevant intel for review, Dr. Tassoni.
Liara.
Shepard, I'm relieved to see you're in one piece. A shame about the sushi place, though. It was a favorite.
I hear that.
All right, Liara's on point. What about the rest of the crew?
Yeah, what about those slackers?
Joker, you've been busy.
I found some folks who actually like being shot at.
Permission to come aboard, Shepard?
Party time! Hey! 15,000 credits. Lovely.
Okay, later, when this is over and everything is settled, we are gonna talk about this bait thing.
Glad Liara's on this. If anybody can sift through a mountain of boring stuff to find that one critical clue, it's her.
What's up, Commander?
Back during my pilgrimage, I used to walk around near that sushi place and watch the fish through the window. I knew they'd never let me inside, but I think to myself, someday, when I've proven my worth to the galaxy, I'll go there for dinner. And then, you broke their floor.
Do they even have food you can eat there?
Not the point, Shepard.
The restaurant attack has made the news. Civilian casualties seem to have been restricted to fish.
Nothing beats having a Krogan bodyguard, huh? Had a buddy like that once. No, not so much a buddy, really. More of a prisoner who helped us. It's a long story, man. Anyway, Brooke, she's kind of cute. Think she's on the market?
Not the time, Vega.
Shepard.
Shepard, I've found something. We can gather the team whenever you're ready.
I'm gonna have to write a report about getting shot. I hear those are really complicated.
It's faster if you make a template.
I think maybe you get shot too much. I'm watching Dr. Tassoni work. It's inspiring.
I'm glad you made it out of that ambush okay. None of us saw that coming. But lesson learned. Never have dinner with Joker. It won't end well.
So, what was it, Shepard? 5 minutes before someone started shooting at you? On the other hand, we get this cool secret hideout to hang out in. Unless the bad guys look in the window.
Bet you never saw a shuttle get taken down like that before. I still got it.
I don't think anyone could ever take it away from you.
Commander, in my cycle, when we fled combat by falling through tanks containing aquatic animals, we usually... Oh, right. We never did. You are a trailblazer.
Even Javik is in a good mood. And, like, especially, like, again, like, it makes so much more context in sense in the context of this is DLC that's meant for people who have already played through the game and seen the ending of the game. And been profoundly bummed out. Or been left unsatisfied by it.
I've made some progress. Would you like me to call the meeting?
Do it.
We have a lead. I called in some favors to run a trace on the gun. It led me to a casino owner named Elijah Khan. He's been suspected of using his profits to smuggle weapons onto the Citadel. Immediately after the attempt on Shepard's life, Khan made an interesting call.
I'm cutting you off. I'm returning your down payment now. What's the problem? Turn on a vid screen. When I sell a gun, I don't want it showing up on the nightly news. You won't be linked to me. Save it. Our association is terminated. And if you even think of coming after me, I've got info on you ready for prime time. So you ponder that. Khan out.
So that's our identity thief.
Looks like he's got an ID disguiser. Those things are a pain in the ass to get around.
Did you get anything on the mercenaries who attacked us?
They're a private military corporation called Cat 6. As most of you know, Cat 6 is an Alliance nickname for dishonorable discharges. Many have criminal records, histories of steroid abuse, and other charming features. No doubt hired by the thief, not by Khan.
That phone call was pretty damning stuff. How'd you get it?
It involved the weapons biometric data, Solarian intelligence, and a Hanar prostitute with camera implants.
Seriously?
No, but the truth is boring.
Whoever that voice was, Khan's nervous enough to cut them loose. We can squeeze Khan until a contact drops out.
Easier said than done. He has a panic room inside the casino, a good place to hole up. EDI can give us programs to hack the door, but the cameras and guards complicate things.
Yeah. Khan could disappear, or worse. If his guards ever open fire, normal people could get hit. Like I did.
She's right. We can't risk spooking him. We go in quiet. Small team, no gunplay.
Dr. Tassoni, this evening the casino will be hosting a charity event to assist war refugees.
Purchase some tickets, Glyph. Then call up a layout of the building.
Score! So, how close can you get? You don't usually put a back door in a panic room.
This air shaft bypasses the security gate and ends up in storage. From there, the panic room's door camera can be disabled.
Too convenient. There's gonna be alarms all over that shaft.
I believe I have some countermeasures that may help. I'll know more once we're inside.
Who will go in this shaft? They need to be small in size.
Yeah, that's not me. Too many snacks of roast Farron leg.
I suspect my suit's built-in tech would be picked up by security sensors.
My presence in the casino would arouse suspicion. Mechs are not allowed, since they can have cheating software.
What you need is somebody trained in zero emissions tech. No electronics, no metal, just undetectable polymers. We had a course back at Op End, disabling a bomb with these little tweezers. See, the bomb was filled with shaving cream.
All right, you're in.
What? No. What?
You said it yourself. We've all got too much tech.
But I managed to get shot just coming to talk to you. Now I'm supposed to hack my way into a safe room?
We'll be backing you up. The second you hit something you can't handle, we'll cover you.
If that's settled, it looks like there's one last hurdle to get us inside.
Which is?
Black tie required.
And that's where we will call this particular episode. I love the Citadel DLC a lot. I'm very pleased to finally get to play it. I didn't know I was that far along in the game, but here we are. So, if you have enjoyed hanging out with me in the world of Mass Effect 3, hit the like, comment, and/or subscribe buttons down below. That'll let you know when more episodes of it are coming out. If you would like to see episodes of stuff on this channel early, you can become a member of the channel, because that'll give you early access to... It's such a clunky way to tell you, but it's the only way to do it. And outside of that, thank you very much for watching. Remember to be kind to one another, have solidarity with those who are worse off than yourselves, and may the tides of history wash gently over us all.